To get a sense of where Westerly is today, all you need to do is take a stroll through the downtown and look up, over, or maybe straight ahead. A dozen murals adorn a variety of buildings, each telling part of the rich history of this nearly 350-year-old community whose downtown has been revitalized over the past decade. 4 more murals have been painted on buildings in neighboring Pawcatuck, Connecticut. From the hurricane of 1938 and the century-old Westerly-Stonington High School football rivalry to Westerly Telephone, one of the first automated telephone companies in the country, and Wilcox Park. The murals combine art and history with a dose of economic development mixed in. Bricks and Murals, a nonprofit formed in early 2017, was the driving force behind the project. It drew more than 100 artists from across the country and as far as Germany for a 5-day painting festival in September 2017. The murals have been a conversation starter ever since.
This is about a community remembering itself, remembering its history, and then putting it forward.
Jean Gagne, a former town councilman, worked for years to get buy-in on a project he thought would be a great fit for Westerly.
If you go to a church, you see stained glass, and the stained glass tells a story. These murals tell a story about this community.
It is part of a larger revitalization of the downtown that includes a vibrant restaurant and music scene and the debut next year of the newly refurbished United Theater, which will be a regional hub for the arts.
Public art can be an economic engine. It can make a place interesting. It can differentiate one area from another.
And having both communities included reinforces a theme that many who live here know already.
2 states, 2 towns that share one downtown.
I saw the slides of what was the artwork that the Wall Dogs have done in the Midwest, and very impressed with it, very impressed. And I went, okay, I'm in.
Wendy Brown was an early skeptic, but came around when she saw a presentation Gagne made at the library in early 2016. He spoke about the Wall Dogs, an international organization of sign painters and muralists who travel from community to community to work on projects like the one in downtown Westerly. But Brown, who was president of the Downtown Business Association at the time, was also looking at the project as an economic catalyst when she signed on.
This is a way that we can single out Westerly downtown and make it unique enough to attract people here. And the murals were a way that I saw that we could create another economic generator, brand the downtown, and make it something special.
Brown would wind up becoming president of the Bricks and Murals nonprofit, which raised $150,000 for the project. It was the Wall Dogs' first effort in the Northeast.
I think what's particularly cool about them is its local history. And for me, I got to learn a lot about Westerly. Even locals didn't know. All of a sudden, we're memorializing this history that makes this town unique in an artistic way, permanently, for all generations.
Gagne said that not long after they were finished, a lifelong Westerly resident in his 70s approached him.
One gentleman said, "Thank you for making me fall in love with my town again."
He added that the mural project had an unintended benefit as well.
Some of the buildings have seen owners invest in those buildings, repointing those buildings, getting the bricks and stuff in place. We were willing to do it where the mural existed as part of the arrangement, and we were told by owners, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the whole side of my building.
The Westerly-Stonington High School football rivalry, which dates to 1911, is painted on the side of C.C. O'Brien's Sports Cafe in Pawcatuck, the first business to agree to have a mural on its building. It depicts a Westerly Bulldog and a Stonington Bear on either side of the mural, and 2 players facing off at midfield with a scoreboard that reads 7-7. A block away, a painting memorializing the Great New England Hurricane of 1938 is tucked away on the side of a building in an alley on West Broad Street. It includes a sunken ship and flooded houses.
Some folks had felt, from a PR perspective, we'll call it, you don't want to advertise disasters that we have hurricanes. Well, we're New Englanders, we get hurricanes periodically. But that one is a story that celebrates this community and our ability to recover and to put things back together. And it's a real tribute to the people of that era.
The largest mural is on the side of the 86-year-old Knickerbocker Cafe, now called the Knickerbocker Music Center, and spans the entire parking lot of the storied building, across the street from the Amtrak station. The Knickerbocker Express is rolling along a musical keyboard to the left, and musicians playing a variety of instruments are set to the right. It hasn't ended with the murals. The nonprofit over the summer put the finishing touches on a new Harmony Trail that also spans both towns. A dozen metal instruments, many looking like keyboards, are tuned to play in harmony, meaning anyone can use them and make beautiful music. They are durable, meant to withstand the elements, with rubber mallets attached by ropes, ready for any visitor to pick up and begin playing. And that's just what a tour group from Pawcatuck did on a visit to Westerly on a Saturday morning in September.
I can barely play a musical note myself, but I found these amazing instruments that were, there was no discord, anybody can play them, every two notes are harmony.
Tim Lebling is the current president of the Downtown Business Association.
And this vision of putting them through the community as opposed to just one park just so appealed to this kind of musical campus that's being created in this downtown area.
Lebling proposed bringing the instruments to Westerly after a family trip to Indiana in the summer of 2018.
My 4-year-old son at the time said, Dad, why don't we have these in our town?
Lebling, who moved to Westerly in 2013, didn't have a good answer. So he advocated bringing the instruments to Westerly and Pawcatuck, just as Gagne had worked to see the mural project become a reality.
No sooner did we have this instrument in the ground where we had residents coming out and playing this instrument. And so that alone provided really what the gift of music can give you, is that people can come out and use this as a tool, as entertainment, as something that they don't normally get to do.
Brown said she could see more murals going up in Pawcatuck, but thinks downtown Westerly has enough. Lebling said he's not sure what the next project for the nonprofit will be, but is always open to suggestions.
And that was one of the challenges I put out when I became president of the Business Association, was find a cool idea that you've seen work somewhere else and bring it back to us and let's try it.
In Westerly and Pawcatuck, Jim Hummel for the Rhode Island Spotlight.